So a very minor update. I finally got this thing relatively level. I'm pretty sure it's as level as I'm gonna get it, but it took a while. I mean, I have to say that is pretty. I'm not going to get closer than that. And if I come to the other side, now I wanted to point this out because it was actually quite a pain in the ass to get level. First off, this house has a redone cement basement, meaning that this house was actually through a house fire and the whole house got knocked down except for the basement foundation. However, the crane that demolished the rest of the house for it to get rebuilt dug into the cement down here. It had to be repoured. It was a huge nightmare. It ended up not getting done very well. This was the year Clinton took office, I believe all this happened. Way back then. So, yeah, anyway, the floor is uneven. I knew that going into this. As with my Piranha tank, I shoved styrofoam underneath it. And styrofoam is just fantastic for this kind of stuff because as the water pressure, the weight of the tanks and everything starts to weigh down, the styrofoam expands and fills in the gaps and actually kind of does like a self-correcting. So your cabinetry equipment, tank holding equipment, whatever you got, doesn't actually torque and twist or bend, which when you add a couple thousand pounds of water to that twisting, can very easily cause an entire tank to break, which is just bad news for everybody. So I knew I would have to level this out. The first thing I did was I got some, this is actually an old piece of fence post that never got used. It was actually going to be used for a handrail on a deck that my parents were building as they were getting older and starting to need handrails on stuff. That piece of wood down there was cut out. It's just spare. So when I was ransacking their place, I came across it, stole it, so to speak, and figured that'd be a nice piece of steady wood to go underneath this tank. The next problem is, now that you have the wood underneath the metal railing, is the styrofoam going underneath it. So the styrofoam, that's fine, that's easy, just shove styrofoam under it and go. However, getting it level was kind of an experience. This side has one sheet of 3/4 inch, what is that? 3/4 inch styrofoam going completely underneath it, and then another piece of 3/4 inch from here to here going underneath it. So one piece starting from that smushed piece all the way to the back is one, and then here to here. Yeah, they pretty much melded together, but that is actually structurally thicker in the front than it is in the back because the two pieces of styrofoam basically combining. Over here, I had to do the same thing, except instead of one piece running the entire length of the piece of wood, I had to use 2 layers, and then the third layer is the very short piece going under it. And after filling both tanks up with water and letting them sit, they meshed down. The water weight did its job, and the styrofoam did its job, and it ended up leveling itself out. So it was a pain in the ass because you have to, put 200 gallons of water into it, wait, empty the 200 gallons of water, try something else, put 200 more gallons of water in it, wait. So kind of a pain in the ass there. Still having fine-tuning issues with the complete siphon. It's so touchy. I had it, it ran for almost 9 hours the other night before I got up in the morning and came down here and realized that it was slowly overflowing. So I had to dial it back just an ever so smidge. And it's just, the closer it gets to being perfect, the longer time it takes to find out if it's not quite perfect. So it's quite a touchy process there. The next thing I'll be doing is grabbing some styrofoam, grabbing some egg crate, and making backgrounds and caves and waterfalls and doing all that, cosmetic stuff to the tanks. That is going to be an interesting... I'm not artsy at all, so that's going to be quite the interesting adventure on that one. Very curious to know how crappy that's going to end up turning out. But I'm going to do it and get her done. Other than that, I'm very happy with the 2 tanks. Plumbing's done, everything's set. I've ran water through it for a couple days now, and I'm just very happy with it. It seems to be working just fine. Obviously, I haven't put any of the sand or anything else into it yet, just what you see in water. So it's getting there. It'll be done very, very soon. I have a feeling that I'm going to have setbacks doing the cosmetic stuff. We'll find out, but I'm hoping to have this done within a week. We'll see. Fingers crossed. Take it easy, guys.